So, man, I wish I can tell you what happened today, but I'm not too entirely sure if I can talk about it yet. As soon as I can, I will. Okay. And this goes to something that happened to me before. Okay. Something the voice taught me. Okay, where it's just like it's something my mother taught me, but the voice kind of expanded on it with the whole alpha male, beta male, or if you want the true definition for these two individuals, look up alpha particle or beta particle because that's what we all are if you really think about it. Right? And understand, like, alpha males are abusive because they have nothing inside. Okay. And I'm telling you, before I started doing all of this, I totally believed that the knowledge I held inside of my mind was basically supervillain level. Okay. But the voice within me always said, like, listen, no matter what, follow the path of the Messiah. Become as beta male as possible. Okay. And ever since I've taken this within me, okay, this thing has taken away my alcoholism. I was an alcoholic when my mother passed away when I was 16 years old. Okay. And I'm starting to realize now that, the reason why we in the situation we in right now is because just like before I even was about to tap into this video, the voice in my head said, you can't choose to become a prophet or a leader. You can't. Somebody else has to do it. You know what I'm saying? And man, listen, I've been on this beta male path of understanding that my words are the weight. That I've been getting nothing but beautiful knowledge out here. That I realize through beta male path of least resistance, if I give it away for free, he's just gonna keep handing me more. You understand? And for example, I was watching this video about like witchcraft sigils and circles. Okay. And I sent the video to a friend of mine on TikTok to basically, you know how we do, we send information to each other so we can like help each other ascend. Right? And he said something along the lines of how, like, the circle is broken to us because the circle is 360 degrees and we see at 180. Okay. And the voice in my head said the reason why they call it 360, the reason why they call it 360 degrees is because you have three eyes in one. You got 6 eyes in 2. And a 0 eye is the pineal gland. Okay. So, I understand pineal gland shaped like a pine cone. On top of that, no, like yeah. On top of that, it being a literal eyeball encased in a circle. Yeah, it was just like kind of, it's like, you want to call it speed thought? Fine. You can call it that. Okay. But nonetheless, I understand that, like, it's like the pain is just supposed to be something that we learn from. Because I had to go somewhere today against my will. And I say against my will. Because that's the only way I can be able to. And I even had a friend of mine convince me I didn't have to go. But nonetheless, I told myself that, not only do I have enough to speak for myself, the voice telling me to go. Okay. And I realize right now, through this whole thing that occurred, that you a weapon. You can't be a weapon telling yourself you don't want to do something. You have to be somewhere in order for God to be able to, the creator, God, Allah, whatever you choose to want to call this individual, just with your presence alone. Because our presence alone is very compelling, which is why I hold this staff. Which is why y'all here. You understand that, like, with all the death scrolling you do on TikTok, your emotions are being drawn in so many directions that being here, you have like a pit stop to be able to relax and ingest nothing but information that's going to help you ascend, and you feel it. We all feel it. I know I feel it when the voice speaks it to me. You understand? But nonetheless, I realized that had I wouldn't have been in the position I was in, I wouldn't have been the weapon to the creator to be able to see its power unfold the way it did. And all I had to do was show up in my presence. Because, we stupid. Okay. All of us. And when I say all of us, I mean like the sun. I'm not sure how highly intelligent the sun is, but from my perspective, I could say the sun is unaware of the fact that it's the sun. It doesn't know that if it got close, it could burn us. We ants to the perspective of the sun. Okay. And that goes back to a vision I had. It's called the Golden Worm. This dream I had. This was such a beautiful ending too, because I was like somewhere camping with someone, and I had this dream sitting next to a bonfire of a golden worm going around the tree in a 360-degree angle, right? Just looked like it was swimming, going like this. Okay. The voice in my head showing me like it's a golden worm, and it made it golden so it could show me the direction it was going in the ground. The voice is like, it's in the same position as humans. It's living in darkness. It's blind to the world above and in the world it lives in. It just understands that it's living here in this situation and it has to eat defecation. Because that's the only thing that's in the ground for the worm to eat is waste. But it doesn't know that its presence is the reason why the tree is able to breathe. The tree breathes because the worm is creating air pockets for the tree to breathe. And out of its love, it drops a peach on the ground. The worm hears a loud thud and sees a peach. It doesn't understand. All it looks up and sees is clouds. And said, the creator gave this to me. That's who gave it to me. And it goes inside the peach. Not for the peach, but for the seed. Tell me what you think.